Hi guys, it's Rob back for another quick, and this will be a very quick video. Yeah, this is just a very quick response to a video that Trevor the Clever put up yesterday, I believe, which was to do with showing his misprints, errors, that you find on pressings of various pressings of different albums and so on, which is clearly something that's he finds very interesting. And yeah, I watched it, and yeah, it was intriguing, and it did get me thinking, and having a quick thumb through my collection. There's a couple here that I've actually got to show that I was aware of. One of them was actually pointed out to me in the shop when I bought it, that it may have been an error. So I'll show that in a moment. But yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting just to jump on this, because I'm sure that we've all had them. We've all bought albums where there's been anomalies that you weren't, you thought, well, that's not what's supposed to be there. I wasn't expecting that. It's something a bit out of the ordinary, but not problematic enough for you to want to take the album back or replace it or whatever, and sort of almost gives it a uniqueness. So it's, in some ways it's not a bad thing, and can add to the character of the record. So, but I've got a couple here. I mean, I may have some more. It's one of these things that, once you're aware of it, you start, you can find yourself looking for it. But these are a couple that I was aware of, that weren't hard to locate. So, yeah, I'll show them to you anyway. So it's nothing spectacular, nothing amazing. But maybe of interest, I don't know. The first one is a sort of a misprint on the cover of this Joni Mitchell album, which is a UK, I'm not sure if it's a first or second press, it's an early pressing anyway, of Hissing of Summer Lawns by Joni Mitchell. And I used to have a later repress of this, but I have seen on Wikipedia, I've seen pictures of it, and this text here is just supposed to be purely green, and this text here is obviously the black, but obviously that's the correct typeface. But if you notice, if you look carefully, there's like a ghost effect here, where there's like a white print that's been double printed underneath. And when I picked this up, I sort of, because obviously I wear glasses, and I sort of took my glasses off. I thought, is that right? Is that something wrong with my eyes going on there? Is something weird? Yeah. So I pointed it out to the shop, and he'd never seen that before. And yeah, it's just a misprint of the. I mean, they possibly ran maybe a load of these when they were printing the covers. I don't know. I haven't seen anything online about it, that it was an error or anything, but obviously missed the quality control. I don't think it was an official thing, but I actually quite like it. It's, because I've not seen another one. I see this album, every now and again, in fairs and things like that, but I've never seen one with that. So yeah, it's a bit unique, isn't it? I suppose so. So that's the first one anyway. So, and then the other one is on this album, which is Stephen Still's Manassas, and this is first. I think it's a first pressing, or very early pressing anyway, on Atlantic, yeah. So we've got, obviously, the way, for those of you familiar with this album, the way that it's laid out is that each side is titled differently. So you've got, the first side is called The Raven, So that would be 1A. And then 1B is called The Wilderness. And then these tracks here. And then side 3 is called Consider, which would be B1. And then What to Do, sorry, side 4, which is Rock and Roll Is Here to Stay, which I guess would be B2. So it's obviously it's a double album, and you know, those would be in sequence as you'd expect them, and as you would see them, obviously, that are printed on the cover here, on the inner sleeve. Okay, but what actually transpires is that you've got so you've got side 1. Let me get this right. Sorry, let me just get this right. Yeah. So you've got one side A, which is the Raven, which is as it should be. Okay. But then you turn it over and you've got Rock and Roll is Here to Stay, which, according to this, is side 4, the second side. So obviously I don't need to show the other one. So you've got the first record, which has side 1 and side 4, and then the second record, which has side 2 and 3. So a little bit confusing, because obviously when I bought this and I turned it over and I thought, oh, I'm waiting for side 2 to come on, and then I thought, that's side, what's going on here? It's not the right, you know, it's not the right songs. So obviously the stampers or whatever were mixed up, and yeah, I'm sure that this kind of thing has happened plenty of times with pressing plants and so on. So probably nothing that unusual, but a little bit frustrating when you're, you know, you want to listen to what you want to listen to, and you know, you got to, if you want to listen to side 2, you've got to flip it out. You've got to get the other record out, and you know, whatever. So, but there you go. Anyway, but that was just a really quick one for a couple of anomalies that I found in my collection. I don't know whether it was particularly interesting, but I thought I'd show that anyway. So, but thanks, Trevor, for you know, showing your video, and you know, it certainly piqued my interest. So, if I find any more, I'll maybe upload another one of these at some stage in the future. But in the meantime, guys, it's almost the weekend. I've got today off because it's my birthday weekend. So, happy days and relaxing times for me. I've got the old hop house on the go again, so cheers for that. And yeah, have a great weekend, and speak soon. Cheers, take care, bye-bye.